Hello and welcome to Reviews. Welcome to 2019, as a matter of fact. The world of Blade Runner. God, I love that movie. I'm thinking about doing a new opening. You may see that sometimes I do videos more off the cuff like this. In some videos I actually, hello Butters. Right when I start filming, she does this like all the time. If you ever watch, she sees the camera light going, and then she just has to get in. She's she's very vain. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a new opening for when I do videos from my PC. But in the meantime, let's kind of move over here because this has been an interesting week. I think Hex Wives came out this week, and Empty Man, and she's going to be like this. Come on, boo. Half my videos these days are just me going, come on, boo, step aside. Let me go over here. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. Let's go on this side of her. Um, I didn't get a chance to go to my backup comic shop, which is where I have to get titles like Hex Wives and Empty Man. But I was able to pick up Heroes in Crisis. And I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what DC is doing these days with the continuity. You know, it seemed like at DC Rebirth, the DC Rebirth special when Wally West came back into continuity. They were going to kind of undo some of the stuff that the Pre-52 had done, Flashpoint. They're going to work the two continuities, I guess, weave them back together. They were setting up that mystery with Dr. Manhattan. Some of that was explored in the Button crossover with Batman and Flash. And it looked like it was going to go into Doomsday Clock. And that was going to be the kind of the culmination of the storyline. But that doesn't even seem like it's taking place in continuity. And sometimes I wonder about this one. It's all kind of mushy right now. And I'll explain, in a minute. But there was something good in this issue. This cover, yeah, I don't know. There's something about this cover I don't like. I mean, Wally looks good. Something about Harley, I don't know if it's the inking. And, as someone that dabbles in drawing a little bit, and, I do a bit of inking myself. And, am I boring you, Butters? Am I boring you? As someone that dabbles into inking, something about this just doesn't seem right. I don't know what it is. Are her eyes different colors? No, they just look like they were. So, yeah, I'm just going to pop in because I might be able to do this one quickly because it starts off with Aqualad passing out drunk at a bar and getting carried home by Donna Troy while we have a mural in the background. Hatton Corners loves the Teen Titans. And so, yeah, I really haven't been following the Teen Titans too much. But they're back in and into continuity, but I'm really not quite sure. I'll be completely honest on how that's all working together. But the name of this issue, if you go by symbol, it's F this. And that's pretty much how I'm kind of feeling about this storyline. The art has been great in these issues, though. I will say that. I think I've said that in every issue I've covered. I love the art. We open up with Donna Troy talking in the sanctuary camera, making kind of an allegory about like the Battle of Athens and Troy, and historians will disagree, and basically it's perspective versus reality, I guess you could say, which is kind of an overall allegory for what's going on with Harley Quinn and Booster Gold. Who did what's going on. So we go back to Sanctuary here. We got the JLA's forensic people on the scene, Barry and Bruce, and they both come to two different conclusions. Barry thinks that Booster did it. Bruce thinks that Harley did it. I would like to know how they came to this decision, to these conclusions. Okay, come on, Butters. Not right now, sweetie. I would love to know. Look at this. Look, she's going to attack me. She's going to attack me. Um, I'd like to know how they came to these conclusions, what they're basing their evidence off of. This is the kind of stuff I find interesting. If you're going to do like a murder mystery like they're doing here, what's the data? What is the evidence? So anyway, we go over to Booster's being questioned by Wonder Woman. Now, of note is he's holding Wonder Woman's lasso, kind of also draped over his leg, but Wonder Woman's also holding the other end. She has not tied him up. So, that shows a little bit of trust. She's not restraining him. She's allowing him to hold it. That's a very sublime detail. I really like that detail. But he's basically saying how, he thinks Harley did it, because it was his first day at Sanctuary. She was laughing, and then she was hitting him. And, Wonder Woman asks about his shields, his force field, and it wasn't working. And when he got knocked out, he was the only one that woke up. And Wonder Woman asks, "That's when you ran away?" "No, I didn't run. I flew." So, yeah, I kind of wonder if, Sanctuary that wasn't supposed to be holding on to recorded devices, recordings, if it's doing something to their technology, making, doing stuff with their powers. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but, Harley Quinn has been punching above her league, no pun intended. Booster's suit hasn't been working very well. His force shield's been cutting in and out. So then we cut again to this interesting full page. I've said before, I like cheesecake. I like pinup art. And this is a really nice piece. It doesn't really fit in with the story though. Yes, it's Lois and Clark about to go to bed, but it doesn't really fit in very well. But anyway, this part is Lois telling Clark about the recordings she's been receiving of the heroes and villains, basically giving up their secrets and how they've been emailed to Lois. Now she's put in a position where, she has an anonymous source. If she doesn't do a story, they can go to another reporter with less scruples who will out everyone. So trying to figure out what exactly she should do. And Clark even says, I just don't know. So then we go over to a Sanctuary video where it's Batgirl, who starts stripping. No, it's not as sexy as you would think. I'll come back to that, though. She basically lifts up her shirt a little bit and pulls down to show the bullet wound that the Joker gave her. There's the entry point that she stands up and turns around and shows the exit wound, there and there. Now, as you know, this is what paralyzed her in The Killing Joke. And since post 52, she's able to walk again. I'm actually surprised Tumblr has not complained about this yet, because this is, basically stripping. This could have been framed better, to focus in without having an ass shot. And I'm not complaining. I don't find this sexy. I understand what they're doing. But I know how Tumblr is. I know how the SJWs are. I know somebody is going to complain about this page. If they haven't already, I have not been. I try not to find spoilers. I wait for the issue to come out. So Batgirl hunts down Harley Quinn, who is back in her classic outfit. I love this outfit. And so Batgirl tries to talk to her. And let me get the Snickers ad. And then, of course, it turns into a fight with more ass shots in a house of mirrors. A typical thing, we're not going to talk, we're going to fight, as Harley somehow manages to not break Batgirl's neck with a kick to the chin between the boobs. And, Harley Quinn is, of course, doing her little rhymes as she did before. This reminds me of that scene from the Arsenal when Dick Grayson Batman was beating up Roy Harper and saying, "I'm trying to help you." But it's just kind of funny. Then we get this interesting page, which I don't like this page. So Batgirl stops a punch and starts talking. Here it is. How long is it going to be before Batman does what I did? goes through the Joker's old haunts and finds you just where I found you. And he'll take you and he'll judge you. He'll see you the way he sees me, as pitiful, broken, just another product of his failure to capture the stupid Joker, another scared, scarred girl on his conscience. And he'll make assumptions about you, what he can do, what you can do, what you can't do, who you are, what you did. I know how much you're hurting, I swear. And as the fist is slowly going into a kind of an open palm, and I also know that just because you're hurting doesn't mean you don't know how good you are, or could be. I found you first, so I could help you first. We can figure it out together, without people who think they know us not knowing us. Now, this is actually kind of nice. I mean, I said I didn't like it, but I'll explain why in a second. I like how it slowly goes from the fighting to the talking to the hand clasp. This is actually nice, the way it goes to the hand clasp. However, what Batgirl is saying, and I'm trying to give this the benefit of the doubt, that this is Batgirl saying what she thinks Harley wants to hear, what would help in the situation. Not so much lying, but maybe turning the events, I guess you could say, saying something to win her over, like a negotiator. Because I don't think Batman, and I don't think Barb would think this way, that she would think that Batman sees her as broken, as pitiful, as just another scarred, scared girl, or scarred. I Batman would not let Barb be Batgirl if he thought this kind of stuff. So yeah, when you read this, of course, a lot of this book, if you've been reading this issue, the characterization is just all over the place. I don't think people care about the characterization anymore in comics. Because this doesn't ring true with anything we've seen before. Unless something new happened with the Batgirl of Burnside or whatever. Yeah, I was reading the Batgirl series post Rebirth. Post 52, when Gail Simone was writing it, and then I gave up because it was just kind of boring. I didn't really like the series that much. But we've not seen Batman treat her this way. We have not seen indications that she would think Batman. This whole thing rings hollow. So we come over to this, and where they're basically clasping. She's comforting Harley. Hey, hey, girl, Bat. Hey, Harley, how you doing? And again, another shot that I imagine Tumblr is just going to lose their mind about. The art's great, but just these days, someone's going to complain about this. So then we cut to Black Canary and Green Arrow. Unfortunately, we're having some disagreements. Of course, this is talking about Bruce and Barry, coming to different conclusions. And we get Black Canary, solve them now, or I'll find them both, blow their heads off, and let the Afterlife's greatest detective figure it out. Ooh, okay. Isn't Black Canary in a band now? Yeah, I wasn't reading that, so. Oh, hey, Young Justice, Bendis. I liked Peter David's Young Justice. So then we have Black Canary, sitting there and, F this. And then just gets up and walks out. So, I'm only going to do a couple more pages because we have, the best part here. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't been reading Blue Beetle post-Rebirth. I know they brought Ted Kord back. I've said in previous videos, the JLI has been my favorite incarnation of the Justice League. So it's nice to see them here at the Hall of Justice. We have Booster, explaining things to Beetle. I said I didn't do it. I took the lasso test. I said I didn't do it. And Blue Beetle is saying, so you didn't do it. Well, Wonder Woman said, maybe I just believe I didn't do it. I'm so messed up, I believe that. And that's just a sign that I'm messed up enough to do it. Oh, so you did it? Dude, yeah, man. I mean, right? So, Blue and Gold, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, have this bromance, I guess you could say, if that's still a phrase now. But, these two together are awesome. And with the whole post rebirth thing, I'm not sure what's in continuity, what's not anymore. But this gives a good sign that we have the two of them back together again. So basically, Blue Beetle busts Booster out of prison, out of the Hall of Justice, and says, bros before heroes, dude, bros before heroes, and they fist bump. I mean, this is, if you're a fan of the JLI, this scene right here is just a darn good scene, because they even talk about the Trinity run everything, and so yeah, it's nice to see them go off and do their thing. And we haven't seen the two of them together since Justice League 3001, that kind of alternate future thing. So it's nice to see something in continuity. I guess it is. I don't know what's in continuity anymore. And we get Beetle's little comment about it's a lot of hitting and hurting, occasionally dying. If you're a hero, that's just what you do, over and over and over and over. You would think you'd get used to it, and you kind of do, but you also kind of don't. But the big thing is he talks down here, talking about Booster. But to me, he's the guy who's there. You need a guy who's there, or anybody who's there. Someone who's been in it, who's done things as bad as you. You need that. I need that, at least. I can call him. That's all. When it's really hard, he picks up. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but if you remember the countdown to whichever one, Infinity Crisis, I think it was. I'm already starting to lose track. He reached out to Batman to talk about the Omax, and Batman turned him away, which led to his death. Booster would not do that. So I don't know if this is kind of a tie-in to that, where, Blue Beetle's like, F Batman, he let me get killed, but Booster was there. So yeah, and the rest of the issue is talking about, Ted Cord, his Cord Industries helped design the Hall of Justice. So, but yeah, it leaves them with no closer to the hero villain, whoever's killing people. And one thing I will say about DC, they did do this in the back. With utmost respect from the distinguished competition. Excelsior. This is classic. This is classy. This is nice. And, I know Marvel's doing the big thing, which is to be expected. But to see DC do this as well, this is one of my favorite parts of the book, to be honest. Yeah, I thought I was going to go through this a little bit quicker. But this book, not bad. This series has been dumb. I don't think, if they're doing this as a murder mystery, we have the two suspects, Harley Quinn, Booster Gold. What's going on with Harley? She seems way too powered. Booster's underpowered. People are dying. Who are the puddlers, whatever? I've already forgotten who they are that's leaking the information. It's issue 4 of 9. We're almost halfway through. And I'm getting to the point where I don't care. But it has one good part. It has the Blue and Gold. So I like that part. I would just tear those pages out and, keep those and throw the rest of this book, because, yeah, it doesn't even matter. And, this cover doesn't even really involve what's going on in the story. This is a real bait and switch, but it's Heroes in Crisis. It's not good. It hasn't been good. But as far as the series has been going with the pile of crap, it's slightly worse crap than the rest of it. Yeah. I put it just above middling. 230. I'm giving it 230. And I'm done. Well, I shouldn't say I'm done. I'm going to read the rest of this issue, because you already know it's going to be time travel shenanigans that fix everything. Wally will be back. Maybe not. Blue Jay probably won't be back, but you got Booster Gold. He'll fix everything, via time travel, I'm guessing. And yeah, this book, trying to go with the whole PTSD thing and wrap it up in a murder mystery, is not working, Tom King. It's not working. And I say this as someone who loved Omega Man, but this, and even that, Kyle was a little out of character, but it was close enough. This, I don't care. You know, I know Clark is trying to keep the source confidentiality thing with Lois, but with something this important, you would think he'd bring in Bruce and Barry and, at least scan the recordings and, find to search through them himself. But yeah, everyone seems dumb. It seems like they don't want to find the killer too much. They just want to point fingers. How could this happen? It could not have happened. Nothing gets recorded, but this got recorded, and it's stupid. This book's stupid. But blue and gold? Oh well. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.